Hello. So really excited to be starting this. This is a small project I want to be working on, which is simply to record 50 chapters of the Bible in my voice. And it's really for my family and for my son in particular, almost born, and it's just a gift that I want to give to them and to him in particular. And I'm hoping maybe it can bless some other people. I don't know. But something that I've been working on for a while here is this. It's called 50. It's just 50 chapters of the Bible that mean the most to me. And it's a question that I ask people. Just what 50 chapters of the Bible are most important to you? And the Lord has really used it in my life in a powerful way to help me learn about what it means to love Scripture. I think generally we think about it at a very large level, that if we're going to be biblical scholars, or if we want to know Scripture, we have to know at a very long and broad level. But the Lord's really been narrowing that focus down. And I'm not saying I'm only focusing on these 50, but that I need to focus on them. And yes, they're self-selected, and then maybe that's an issue. But they're the ones that the Lord has used in my life, and I think He's calling me to sort of continually focus in on them. And so I've spent the last 6 months as corn has been, around becoming, and been filling out these, which I'm actually handwriting the 50 chapters, which is fun. So it's only one side on a page, but I'll tell you what, it definitely gives you an appreciation of how difficult it would be to write a Bible. It is not easy. It's taken me 6 months, and I'm about 35-ish. I'm almost done with the book of John, so that's kind of a wrap. So first thing I want to do, this is the first video. I'm going to read Genesis chapter 1, and I'm actually going to read it out of my version, which is this one, so that'll be fun. Okay, so here we go. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. And it was so. And God called the expanse heaven. And there was evening and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together were called sea. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seeds, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which it is their seed, each according to its own kind, on the earth." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seeds according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit in which their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be light in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light to the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters swarm with living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens." So God created the great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kind, and the livestock according to their kinds, and everything that creeps on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. And God blessed them. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish, and over the sea, and over the birds of heaven, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for your food, and to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has breath of life, I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. And that is Genesis chapter 1. So why is that part of the 50? For me, it would be very hard to tell the biblical story without a starting point. You could start maybe in Exodus or whatever, but I think the Bible has a very natural starting point in this Genesis chapter 1. So it's worth having. And if I'm going to tell Corin, the story of the Bible, or to tell him what's important to me, I think I have to have that in there. How did we get here? Why are we here? And I think this chapter helps us realize that. Interestingly enough, I don't have chapter 2. We're going to skip right to chapter 3 because there's just not room. We're going to really run out of Old Testament stuff pretty quick. So that's about it.